So if you struggle with making music because you have so many hats to wear and so many different things you have to do and like be great at, I want to kind of maybe, could I fuck you up for a little bit? Because I want to give you a challenge that I would say you need to do for the next 2 years, but I'm going to beg you for 3 months. Like if you give me this 3 months, like one tiny little tweak, it could freaking radicalize your life, your creative chops, the relationships you have with your creative collaborators, everything about it, the arc of your career will, I think, radically change if you do this like one small tweak. I don't want any of your extra time in doing your craft, but please hear me out. Please hear me out. Okay, because I have to rant, I have to ramble, I have the caffeine, I'm ready to go. Hi, what's up? You're looking absolutely beautiful today. It's so great to have you here. My name is Sean McLucas. I'm a pop producer and writer in North Hollywood, California. I'm going to do this in one take because that's what I have time for, frankly. So like 3 years ago, and trust me, like this is the shit I would have actually resonated with and heard when I was 20, and I'm 30 now, and it would have like maybe saved me 2 or 3 years of my life. But several years ago, I shut down like all the auxiliary things I was doing because I realized, like after being frustrated about not getting where I wanted to go, I really looked in depth at the people we look up to creatively. And, you know, people be like, oh, but they're a writer, they're a director, they have a perfume line, they have a shoe company. And so I want to do all that stuff. And I'm like, no, but what you don't understand is like the step, like the metaphor with sports, that's not going to work for me. But like the people that we look up to became big because of the one thing that they were great at, and then they expanded. So like right now, if you imagine, and like please roll with me, like if you're here with me, like I love you so much, and like thank you for being with me through this rant. If you imagine like there's this huge, the pie of time that you're going to put into your craft, okay? And let's say your next big thing, like first number one, we need to identify like what's the next big pillar that you need to knock down in order to progress in your craft. Maybe that you want to get better at self-producing. Maybe you want to get better at mixing. Maybe you want to get better at songwriting. Well, then I want you to do the next after that is to like spend a week and write down when you're using your creative time, what are you doing in that time? And I want you to then look at that pie. It's going to be really fragmented, and eliminate everything that isn't the one part of your craft you want to get better at. Because you're probably spending like a quarter of your time writing, a quarter of your time trying to learn how to get better at drum production, a quarter of your time learning how to make better YouTube videos, and all these different things. And I need you to shut all that shit down for at least 3 months and focus on getting better at just one thing at a time. Because we know what's going to happen is you're going to get better at that one thing. And it might have taken you 20 hours a week to do, a song or something. And now you're going to write a song in 2 hours a week. And once you get to that level of mastery, then you can add another skill, and that'll take up the majority of your time. And then you slowly get better at that. And that's how you skill stack like a fucking badass. And that has been so important for me and so helpful for me. And I want to share it with you, and I hope you're here. And if you're here and made it to the end, comment something beautiful like, and just try to write that out. All right, love you, bye.